A man who is nervous around women is a man who doesn't get anything. So stick around because I need that watch time.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
Young Jables had no clue when it came to women. He lacked confidence and it made him nervous as a result. It was this that stopped him from getting any results in the first place. Here's how to stop being nervous around women. The most important thing you can have as a man is confidence. It's always going to make you more attractive, and it doesn't just make you better with women, it makes you better at life in general. So the first way to stop being nervous around women is to just relax. At the end of the day, women are just human. They're just human beings like you or me. You don't need to be scared of them. You don't need to be intimidated by them. They're not some mystical being that you've got to look up to in fear and tremble and shit like that. There's no need. They're not going to bite you. I mean, they might do in the bedroom, but that's another thing. Just be calm. Relax. It'll be alright. Don't treat women like some sort of job interview. Just be yourself. Be relaxed. And you'll be alright. You also need to stop trying to impress them so much. Rather than doing that, just be someone who is naturally impressive anyway. Be a guy that's just interesting, you know, you've got things going on in your life, you've got hobbies, you've got friends, you've got a good social circle, you've got ambitions, you've got goals, you've got character, you can talk about the deeper things. That's really good for building not only a connection, but just by having that depth to your character, it just makes you that much more interesting. Now, a lot of men might give me a lot of hate for this one, but it's true, and that's that you've got to stop watching porn. When you watch porn, you're subconsciously training your brain to see women as nothing more than a sexual interaction. Not just that, but it's not normal. It's not normal to watch people having sex and then fap to it. It's just not. It's fucking weird and it's fucking creepy. And porn is actually making you more nervous than you realise. It is messing up your body language. Because when you watch porn, when you chase meaningless pleasure, and then when you fap to it, that's two bad things at once. What you're doing is, you're releasing a lot of shame and a lot of guilt into your subconscious. And when you've got a lot of low emotions in your system, it really knocks your self-esteem. It affects your body language, and long story short, people don't want to associate with people who present bad body language because it's kind of like a way of signalling danger to others. What you've got to do is you've got to build confidence, because if you don't have confidence, you're always going to be nervous around women. And one of the best ways to build confidence is to build muscle, get in the gym regularly, exercise regularly, talk to more people, develop your social skills, build your character, chase your goals, chase your ambitions, and build value in your life. If you've got value in your life, you are going to feel more confident, you're going to feel elevated above others. Not in an arrogant way, but you're just going to feel more valuable to society. And the more you can see your value by building more value, the more you're going to know it, so you're going to be more confident. And also, one of the most effective ways to become more confident is as simple as changing your mindset. And the mindset you need is a survivor's mindset. I've actually got a video on that, so if you stick around till the end of the video, I'll leave an end screen for you. Something that's going to be really important, especially if you're not a very good looking guy, or maybe you're just not very interesting, and that is to have a good sense of humour. You don't need to be the funniest man on the planet, but at least if you've got a sense of humour, it shows that you can lighten up, that you're not boring, that you can have a good time, and if you are funny, that's even better. So work on your sense of humour, because it's going to be really important to you down the line. And believe me guys, women love a guy who is funny. You'll get a lot of guys online who say, oh no, you shouldn't be funny around women, you shouldn't be that kind of guy because it just looks goofy and it's a turn off. It's not a turn off, I'm telling you. If you can make a woman laugh, she's 10 times more likely to want to date you, believe me. This might be something that you're not really doing much, but that is to dress well. If you dress good, you're going to look good. And if you look good, you're going to feel good. People are probably going to tell you that you look good, and this is just going to make you more confident as a result. And if you're talking to women, you're having interactions with them, do you think you're going to be more successful if you feel good in yourself, or are you going to feel less confident because you dress like shit? When it comes to women, I'm not saying you've got to wear a fucking tuxedo or some shit like that, but dress to impress. At least dress nice. Be able to demonstrate that you can dress yourself, and she's going to be able to see that you can take care of yourself. And not just that, but if you can look good, it's a bonus, isn't it? And one of the biggest mistakes that men make when they're approaching women is that they are too nice. And it's not the niceness that's the bad thing, it's the fact that they're boringly nice. If you're just trying to get to know her, you know, you're asking her little questions like, hi, how are you? Oh, what's your favourite colour? Stupid shit like that, it's boring. You don't need to ask dumb questions like that. Make the interaction interesting, and the best way you can do that is by teasing her. Don't be like senselessly cruel when you do it, but like just make fun of little things about her. So let's say she's got a little walk, make fun of her walk. Or say that you've noticed that she's got a certain music taste similar to yours. Make fun of the band that she's listening to and say something like, "Hey, you listen to that? That's disgusting, I can't be friends with you no more." Because it's clearly jokey, you know, as long as you've got a smile on your face, as long as you're laughing a little bit, she'll appreciate it because it's fun. It shows that you don't take yourself too seriously, it shows that you can have a laugh. It eases all that uncomfortable tension and it excites her. I want you to imagine that you're a girl right now. Imagine that you've probably got the choice of almost any man you want, as long as you're reasonably attractive. Now imagine that some random guy who's maybe is not the most confident or best looking, and he approaches you, but he's being boring, he's asking you boring questions, shit like that. Is he really going to be able to spark your interest just by being boring? Or would you rather have a guy that comes up to you, sort of makes fun of you a little bit in a jokey way, he teases you? What's more exciting for you? I'm not a woman, but I know for a fact that I want someone who's got a good sense of humour, because people who can have a laugh are better people to be around, and it's going to ease the tension as well. This is a massive mistake that men will make. The worst thing you can do when you're approaching a woman is pretending to be something that you're not. If you're not that kind of guy, don't be that kind of guy, because it's going to be forced, and there's nothing more uncomfortable than a forced reaction. She's probably going to be able to tell through your body language that you're not really that guy, and she's probably going to think, well, this guy is obviously dishonest, and why would I want to be with a dishonest man who's not securing himself to be himself? And that's exactly what you need to be, guys. You need to be yourself. You might not be the best guy on the planet, you might not be the most interesting, but be yourself, because there's nothing worse than pretending to be something you're not. And not just that, but if you don't try to please others, you're going to be more unique, you're going to stand out that way, and that's something you need to do. You need to capitalise on your strengths that are unique to you. Be yourself. A lot of men don't do this, and that is the simple fact that they don't work on themselves. If you don't work on yourself as a man, you don't try to be a better man each and every day, you don't build value in your life, why would a woman want to be with you? Because it shows that in 10 years time, if she were to date you, she were to get in a relationship with you, you're just going to be the same boring guy. You're not going to be doing better, you're not a good long-term option. But think about being able to provide for her and the family that you might have together. If you're a guy that's just stagnating, you're not doing anything with your life, you've no ambition, you've no goals, you're not going to go anywhere, are you? You're not going to be able to bring your family to better things in the future. So that's why it's important to build value in your life. Because if you've got value in your life, you're going to be more confident as a result. And if you're more confident, it's just going to be so much easier when you're talking to women, because you know your own worth, you know what you bring to the table, so you're not bothered if things don't go too well between you. You've got a take it or leave it attitude, which is quite attractive. And the final thing you need to do to be less nervous around women is to embrace your masculine energy. Masculine men are always more successful with women, and the more you embrace your masculine energy, the more you will be in your element. And I don't know about you guys, but whenever I'm in my element, I'm not really that nervous. I'm really confident in myself because I'm reaching my full potential. Not just that, but if you approach a woman and your presence is extremely masculine and she can feel that on you, she is going to be more drawn to you, just for the simple fact that there's going to be polarity there. And believe me, when a woman's really feminine around you, it makes it so much easier for not only you to be more masculine, but you're going to feel more confident, because women who are more in the feminine zone, when they're around a masculine man, they let the guard down much more. You know, they're much more in touch with their feelings and so on, and they're much more likely to show their feelings. You're going to kind of see that she's interested in you, and that's going to make you less nervous as a result. So be more masculine. And I actually think that being masculine is arguably the most important thing to make a man more attractive. I run a men's self-improvement group on Facebook. If you'd like to connect with me more personally, check out the link in the description. So we've spoken briefly about how a sense of humour is really important to an interaction with women. If you'd like to become funnier and develop your sense of humour, click the video on screen right now. So I hope this video was valuable to you. If it was, be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed that video. That's all I want to say about that. Oh!